From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Karen Rebo. RCMP are treating the deaths of 4 people on a southern Saskatchewan First Nation as homicides. Police say early indications suggest the home on Carrie the Kettle Nakota Nation, where the people were found Tuesday, was targeted. The victims, 2 men and 2 women, their bodies still have not been formally identified. A few hours later, another First Nation reported a man was pointing a gun at people. A 29-year-old suspect was arrested in Regina early yesterday and charged with firearms offenses, but police haven't confirmed a connection to the slayings. A continental trade war continues to loom large as Canadian cabinet ministers connect with Republican lawmakers and business groups in Washington. They're hoping they'll help sway U.S. President Donald Trump away from imposing damaging duties next month or ever. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau will host a Canada-U.S. economic summit in Toronto tomorrow before he flies to Europe Saturday for a 5-day work trip to talk to some NATO allies and to deliver a keynote speech in Paris at a summit on artificial intelligence. U.S. President Trump's targeting of Canada for tariffs and his suggestion of using economic blackmail to make us a 51st state has left people feeling hurt and betrayed in central Newfoundland. That's the region where residents dropped everything to care for thousands of stranded air travelers for 5 days, back after terrorists crashed 4 U.S. planes on September 11, 2001. Gillian Keeley directs the Newfoundland run of the hit Broadway musical Come From Away, and she was particularly devastated to hear Trump accuse Canada of being very abusive to America. She says there's a particular part of Come From Away she wishes she could show him.
I wish he could see the lunch when they're leaving and they all bag lunches for them. So it's not even, we take care of you when you're here. It's like, we'll take care of you till you get home.
As the Liberals run their race to select the next federal party leader who will slide in as prime minister, the existential threat of trade wars posed by U.S. President Trump are factoring into their campaigns. Party strategists say it's a preview of what the next federal election is going to look like this year. Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre, who has been laser-focused against carbon pricing, has also begun laying out his plans for dealing with tariffs and fentanyl trafficking. Yesterday, he pledged to crack down on so-called fentanyl kingpins with mandatory life sentences.
Let's call fentanyl trafficking what it is: mass murder. Selling 40 milligrams of this poison is enough to kill 20 people.
A leaked document from the BC Ministry of Health says a significant portion of opioids prescribed by doctors and pharmacists are being diverted and trafficked. Health Minister Josie Osborne confirms the document's authenticity. She adds it's disappointing that the leak, distributed by the BC Conservatives, may now compromise the probe. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, it was a light night in the NHL. Just 3 games on the schedule. Connor McDavid set up Zach Hyman in overtime, and the Edmonton Oilers beat the Chicago Blackhawks 4-3. The LA Kings beat Montreal 6-3, and the New York Rangers rallied to beat the Boston Bruins 3-2. Lots of news in basketball. The Golden State Warriors have reportedly acquired star forward Jimmy Butler from the Miami Heat. Golden State is trading Canadian Andrew Wiggins and Kyle Anderson to Miami. The Toronto Raptors are involved in a flurry of trading activity. Brandon Ingram reportedly coming to the Raptors from the New Orleans Pelicans for Bruce Brown, Canada's Kelly Olynyk, and some picks. On the court in Toronto Wednesday night, the Memphis Grizzlies routed the undermanned Raptors 138-107. And Canadian basketball star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander scored 50 points, and his Oklahoma City Thunder routed the Phoenix Suns. From the Canadian Press, I'm Karen Rebo.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.